We're going to go to Hollingworth Lake today, just to have a quick look and see whether that works as a place to go. We have to pay to go on there, which is what makes it different from normal rivers and canals. You need to be a member of British Canoeing or similar, because they won't let you on there without third-party insurance. And they need to see it as well, so you can't just say that you are. So we will see. I'm going to go on with Oscar, who's got his old vintage kayak, and it's an old snipe from about 1980 actually. It's a great boat, to be fair, and it's what I learnt to kayak in back in the 70s actually. So we are at Hollingworth Lake, and let's go in and see what the rules are. This is a council thing, so expect nothing. Well, I have to say, actually, despite my earlier misgivings, I've just been having a good chat with Donna, and they're very helpful here. For Oscar, who is going to university, or anybody on concessions of any type, it's £7.50 sort of for the day. There is no discount for later on, unfortunately, but you know. And then I've just bought an annual permit from them, which was 50 quid, and that means that I can go in any day, any time, just rock up and stick the paddleboard in. Hopefully, it's not a bag of crap, and it's actually an interesting and good place to paddle. But we'll soon find out, won't we? So there's a lot of birds out there today. Look at that. However, we are out on the water. I've got my Gareth Southgate waistcoat on, looking very part of the England setup, and yeah, it's a lovely day. Should we go over there to that beach? The other side of the lake. This was built. Obviously it's an artificial man-made lake, and it was built really obviously to serve the water needs of Manchester and Lancashire, but also in the 19th century it became a place where people who were working in the mills and in industry in Lancashire could come for the weekends and take a stroll and get some country air. And it's been kind of a tourist destination, I suppose, for well over 100 years. And it's now managed by Rochdale Council. So this is the southern end of the lake behind me here, and it's pretty much a bit of a haven for wild aquatic birds with all sorts of geese and cormorants and ducks and just general wet birds. And behind me, in fact, there you can probably just about see it. There's that sort of strip of bright green. That's normally under the water, and it's kind of marshland. But obviously the water levels are pretty low at the moment, so that's not the case. And of course, one of the other great advantages in a place like this is that because it's an enclosed area, yeah, sure, there's a bit of wind or whatever and you can drift, but you can just come here and just chill out. You can come out and just sit on your board and float. I'm over on the western side of the lake at the moment, and there's not an awful lot of breeze right where I'm standing because there's some trees behind me that give some cover. But get 30 metres out in the lake and it all picks up again. And the great thing about that is if you've got some GPS sort of device attached to you, you can use it for having a bit of a thrash across to the other side. It's the last day of August, which is what all the kid noise is about, then before they go back to school. And they're out enjoying a bit of the fresh air away from their PlayStations. So it's all good. Right, I'm going to get out there and clock up some strokes per minute. So, yeah, it's 5:30. We don't have to come out now, but we are, because he's a bit tired. It's very stressful and tiring being an 18-year-old, isn't it, son? Yeah. So, this is the other thing. It's like, actually, where the put-in is, this is the ramp here that you can see. It's a bit of a feeding station for Canada geese and ducks mainly, but also I've seen swans here and all sorts of other things as well. Cormorants out on the lake. They might come here too, I don't know. Anyway, it's a lovely place, and although paying to go on the water is not really my preferred thing, in this particular case it does seem right.